this.
Exactly. That's why I wanted you to get mentally prepared before we started. Get mentally prepared, sir.
That is absolutely the best opening I could give you.
All right.
We are back.
We are back.
We are back. It's been 5, maybe 6 months since I have been in the boom room.
Yeah, I actually thought you were missing for a while, and that we maybe should do like a wellness check. Have somebody find out that you were still alive.
You know, you could look me in the back of not necessarily a milk carton, maybe a liquor bottle.
Okay.
Then maybe. You could find me, but you know what? The Rock is back. I'm glad to be back. The boom room looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how much I have missed being in the boom room.
Well, there you go. It's back. It's here. It's available. It's barely been used.
It's clean.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Thank you, Carla.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Box office report. At number 1 is The Nun 2.
Yes.
You know, the newest installment in the Conjuring series obviously does not disappoint because Valak is an interesting freaking character.
Yeah.
And this is more of a prequel, so you can see kind of like the origins of Valak.
Okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So which is really funny about this movie is that I had a moment. What's the guy who plays Machete?
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, Danny Trejo. All right. So I had a Danny Trejo moment where, like, when I saw that it was out, I was like, did that movie already come out already? I thought this movie came out like last year, and I was like, it just now came out. So I really have no idea what this movie's about.
Well, so it's basically a prequel. You get a little bit more of a backstory on Valak. A lot of interesting stuff. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to spoil it. Go see it. Go check it out. Opened up at 32 million, 85 worldwide. Not too bad.
I hope it has some legs. I mean, opening early in September, knowing that this is more for the horror season, I guess. I hope that, because there's a bunch of different horror movies coming out for the rest, getting closer to October. I hope it has enough legs to do well before everything else comes out.
Yeah, and normally this is like Stephen King's It Week. Like this is the weekend of Pennywise. This is the September 6th, September 7th weekend. Usually, belonged to It, and I think that it's a good weekend to dip your foot in the water there in the horror. You got your Talk to Me's,
Yeah.
your Smiles. You got these early in the year or Talk to Me recently, but now you got this well-established franchise. And it's a good date, and I think you're right. I mean, this is the beginning of the horror season. You got Exorcist Believer coming out next month.
I'm really excited about that one.
If this can hold on till Exorcist, or better yet, if this can hold on till Taylor Swift, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Then yeah, it should do pretty well. At number 2 is Equalizer 3.
Another sequel film that I was like, why?
Hey, so
why?
So Sony came into town and actually gave us a good, I want to say a good 20-minute clip
Of it to kind of get you guys excited about it.
It is fantastic. Like, what I saw was absolutely fantastic.
Do they do the transition from him to Queen Latifah?
No,
I don't want to see it. I want to see how Queen Latifah takes over as the Equalizer.
No, what I want to know is this really Man on Fire 2?
It is because I brought the girl back.
Dakota Fanning's in this.
I was like, why is she in it? I thought when I first saw the little promotional pictures for it, I was like, did they make another Man on Fire? He died. And it's like, why are they together? And I was like, oh, she's in the movie. Well, why is she in the movie?
Well, he's the Equalizer, so they had to raise up the triples and okay, that was weak. All right, it opened at 34 million last week. Second Frame dropped 65% to 12 million. Good for second place, but it's already grossed 107 worldwide. Not too bad for a Denzel action flick. But yeah, man, the action scenes on that are freaking brutal.
I bet.
You get a little Sicario action with a little John Wick.
They call this Old Wick.
Oh. Oh man. Anyway, all right. So speaking of old, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Like, how long has this actual franchise going on? I feel like it's been going on for 20 years.
Yes. It has, and it started out, and it's one of those movies that one of those sleepers, Crazy Rich Asian type, real, sleeper type romantic comedy.
Yeah, it was the
Cute.
Greek ethnic film where it was like, hey, you get to see what it's like to be in a Greek family. I got it. Then in the second one, they did it again, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm done with the joke. And now they're doing it one more time. So like, why? Why? This is like, for me, this is the Bad Boys, the Bad Boys 3. Where I'm like, aren't they dead now? They should be grandparents at this point.
Okay, first of all, that was a good freaking movie. You need to stop that. This is more like little fuckers.
Okay, yeah,
It was like little fuckers.
it
Like,
went on
you don't
for
need
too
little
long.
fuckers.
Yeah, dude.
Meet the parents, meet the fuckers. That's all you needed.
Yeah, this
so you
franchise
needed two,
is-
and that was it.
This franchise has gone on for too long.
Has not pretty much the reviews has basically been like it's lacking a lot of what the original had.
Did you see the first movie? It's the same. Did you see the second movie? It's the same.
Watch the first movie 3 times.
There you go.
And there you go. Gross 10 million. Gross 10 million opening weekend.
I'm sorry, studio. I'm sure it's not the same. I'm sure you guys did a
Neil
lot of work,
Morales, you're still freaking awesome. So I
but
love you.
it's the same.
Anyway, and then a Hindi film, Juwan.
Yes.
Not Juwan.
A man?
Not Juwan Man. not Juwan the Ring.
Oh yeah. I didn't think about that one. There you go. I didn't even think about that one. But yeah, so like one of the great things about this, and I had a couple of takeaways from me not even seeing the film, but one thing that really stands out is that the Bollywood industry, movie industry, is really, really big, and it's so much that all of their movies, or at least their bigger films, are being released here on a consistent basis. It's not just kind of like a one-off. This is the greatest film that was ever filmed in India, and we had to release it internationally. Now it seems like every other month I'm seeing an indie film, or an Indian film being released here. Like I said, very consistently. So obviously we are part of their audience now.
But you know, to capitalize on the John Wick style, of action, you watch a trailer and it's like there's a lot of like John Woo elements, a lot of really good action, a lot of really fast pacing. You have your honestly, I can't tell what it is. Is it a hostage film? Is it a revenge film? Is it a
musical
film? Is it a musical? Is it you got a dance number in there? So
that's the great thing about these Bollywood films is that you get a little piece of everything. I'm kind of curious, is like, when are we gonna get one of their big directors to come over here and direct an American film?
You have Ang Lee. He did Crouching Tiger, and then he moved on. He got
He's
the
not
Hulk
Hindi,
going.
though.
No, I know. It was Atlee.
Okay.
I think that's what his name
Yes, it was. It was.
But anyway, so that kind of success has translated really well. John Woo did Face Off, so
Right.
After
Okay.
Hard Boiled and The Killer and all those. So I think that you're right. Yeah, it could translate into something good. 6.9, good for number 4. Not too bad considering that obviously there's no freaking big marketing for this movie in America.
Hot chick is in it. That's the marketing.
That was
for
the
it.
selling point.
Yeah.
That was it. But anyway, so that was number 4. Number 5, rounding it off after 8 weeks. It's
Barbie.
Barbie.
It's
Barbie
Barbie.
is still in the top 5 after 8 weeks.
That is crazy. What was that animated film that like just would not leave the top 5 and it just kept making money after money after money?
The Croods.
Was it the Croods?
It was the Croods.
Yeah, it was like
It was like during pandemic.
It was just like would not leave. Speaking of it, it was like COVID. It just would not leave you alone. It just kept staying there, and it was like Barbie just will not go away. So as we talk about like Barbie making $1 billion, dude, this thing may start to press for the all-time record at one point.
Okay, so obviously well,
Eventually.
first of all, it's already broken Super Mario Brothers record for the number 1 movie of 2023.
Right.
It is the highest grossing film by a female director ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this 8 weeks in, and it grossed $5 million in America, and then $1.4 billion in 8 weeks. I mean, that is freaking incredible.
That's amazing. It was like Avengers. She's got your name.
All right, so
She's coming for you.
So you got this movie right, and I saw your video that you did, and you made some pretty good points on it, especially the feminist parts and all of that stuff. I get it,
Don't come for me.
but you have or what did they say with that one? There was a guy on video, some video that said that this was Black Panther for white bitch.
That's amazing. I wish I could have seen that. I want to go look that up now.
And that was a quote. That was not me saying that, so don't come for me either.
In Bombay.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Mbappe!
That's amazing.
Anyway, all right, so you got these freaking studios that are now, oh man, we need Hot Wheels. Hey man, we need Matchbox. We need all these toys. Like,
No, we don't.
No, you need movies about women. This is generally for girls. Give me a My Little Pony. I bet you that's gonna do some. My Little Pony or Care Bears will probably do more.
We already had a My Little Pony.
Yeah, it's good. And it didn't do shit.
It didn't do anything.
What about Rainbow Bright? Is that about that?
I mean, maybe if it was live action, it had real ponies.
Maybe Rainbow Bright though. Think about it. If you get Rainbow Bright live action,
I mean, you'd have to think of a
Strawberry Shortcake.
So you're thinking two older properties where like their fan
Really,
base.
Barbies
is-
in 1960s.
People still buy Barbies
50s,
now.
40s.
People still buy people still buy their daughters Barbies now.
Regardless, the female property is where it's at, not necessarily toys. I mean, we already saw Transformers: Rise of the Beast. You know, good movie, but it didn't do anything. It's not even in the top 10 anymore as far as highest grossing movies of 2023. So
nothing's gonna beat the original.
That's good.
So I mean, if you want to think about like a girls' film that might be able to kind of transition and still be able to like bring audiences together.
Jim.
No, I was thinking maybe like Powerpuff Girls. They had talked about that one for quite some time, and it's like this might be the perfect opportunity to come out with it. You'll have I was about to say, damn. We had Charlie's Angels. I was gonna say you're gonna have an all-female led action film with kind of like a little, kind of kid element to it, but it's something that you can bring your kids to. It's something that the older generation would remember, and then that's how Barbie did. Look, this is why kids' films do so well. And it's like because we grew up with the property and we want to show it to our kids, right? Especially if it spans generations. That's why they do so well, because my ticket is multiplied times 4 when I'm bringing like a couple of kids with me, or if I'm bringing a significant other with me. When it's just like a Transformers film where like maybe not every generation is really kind of transitioned to that. The younger generation aren't as big as we were with Transformers. So now it's just us going as opposed to taking both of our kids to go see it. So it's one of those things. I think just find another girl property, like you said. Not make it as feminist. And there was a Gem movie already.
Nobody saw it.
Why do you keep picking these films that already bombed? What other film do you want to pick that bombed? You know what they should make? A Wonder Woman 2.
They did.
It bombed.
Either way, Barbie's freaking still rocking it. I don't think that's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Up next is Haunting in Venice, which is the third in the Agatha Christie trilogy here after Death on the Nile and...
Who remembers Agatha Christie stuff?
Well, you had Murder on the Orient Express, you had Death on the Nile,
Oh,
everybody remembers
a book trilogy?
I guess, but Kenneth Branagh...
Obviously, I don't read.
He's reprising his role, good cast, decent cast. Tina Fey's in it. I'm saying it right now, Tina Fey's the killer. That's just me.
It would make sense.
But it's a good mystery, the first two. I think Murder on the Orient Express probably did better, but still good cast, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, book people like books. Book people don't go see movies. Because every time book people go see movies, they complain that it ain't as good as the book. So why?
Except Jurassic Park. They complained about that one too, though.
Yeah, they did complain about that one. Yeah. Even though I feel like, from what I've heard from the original film, from the original book, that the movie was probably still.
Jaws.
There you go. I think the movie It was better than the book. There was a lot of pedo stuff in the book.
Yes, that's very true. Stephen King, you sick fuck. All right. So that's what's up next, and now pretty much check this out. All right, so Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is going to be released in the theaters, concert style, concert movie. Okay.
Well, I know because it's hard to get tickets to go to her concert. And it was like the only way you're gonna see Taylor Swift is on big screen,
and
you ain't gonna get no tickets.
Pre-sales crashed when this thing was released, and now it's looking for this movie to. This movie's going to premiere as of right now to $100 million in 3 days. That is a possibility. It is so big that it took the Friday the 13th spot that belonged to Exorcist Believer and forced it to go to October 6th. That is freaking insane.
I'm not a Swiftie, so I don't get it. But like seeing like a concert, a film version of a concert doesn't mean anything to me because you're not in the I mean, that was not really a concert. That was stand-up, and I feel like stand-up could. I mean, you do lose a little bit.
That's true.
But in a concert, you don't really get to be in the moment with them. Where she was like, I see you guys sing along. She's not telling me to sing along. She's telling the motherfuckers that are down there to sing along.
Okay. So, what about the?
I can look up and see what song her song set. So it's like, she's gonna do this song, this song, this song, this song.
What about the BTS movies?
I didn't watch that either.
But they made a lot.
It's because K-pop fans are crazy. They will go and watch anything.
Yeah, they're called Swifties now. Anyway, yeah, so that's on the horizon. Dennis, take us home.
What to say after that? Wow, it's been a while because I don't even know how to end these videos.
I didn't know how to start it.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is what happens when you don't do filming together for a while. But anyway, so make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware of all the other videos that we do on the channel. And you definitely need to subscribe because who knows when he's going to be back to do another one of these videos.
Hey, follow us on TikTok. Also, Terrence puts stuff out there. I'm always putting stuff out there on TikTok. Follow us on Twitter as well, and Instagram also for more content. And yeah, so that's Terrence. I'm Manny. We'll see you next time.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. Give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it. Top flight.